Hi guys, it's Alana and welcome back to my channel for another video. Now you may notice a very special little lady in the back here. So this weekend we are off to the National Academy. So it is the first of our camps. Me and Ella have not been on it since 2021 and we're down an eye since then, so we've got everything to prove. So first of all, so it's day one, so we're traveling over today and then the camp kicks off for real tomorrow. So we don't have any hoses on the yard, so really want that hippo horse shower to come through quick. So what I'm going to do is wash her legs and tail and then give her a really good hot cloth, make her look as shiny and as beautiful as possible. So yeah, and then we're going to pack the lorry and head off, I guess. So it's going to be a really action-packed weekend and I'm super looking forward to it. So let's get started.
So during this whole process, somehow my grooming kit ended up getting washed as well, which is very interesting, but at least we looked very nice and put together. But I didn't want to hot cloth her saddle patch just because I don't want to make that any slippery at all, and I'm using hot oil for the first time, so I'm doing my best here.
Okay, that smells all bathed. Well, not bathed, hot cloth, but I'm using this new hot cloth and oil and me nor Ella knows really how to use it. So I'm giving it my best shot. So I'm going to put her back to bed now and then load up the lorry. Okay, so we are steadily cracking on with things. We're getting stuff done. Ella has rolled in her brand new fleece. She'll be travelling with, she's taking her bedding with her. Good job, bed down's good, eh? So now I am on to the packing hay net section. Honestly, stay away. I'm like trying to keep track of everything that I need. And because mum's at work, I'm just like kind of being left to my own devices, which, as we all know, is a very risky business. So I've got lots of hay nets to get filled. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, guys. So, whoa, that was really high pitched. Let me just... Okay, guys. Much better. Right then, so we are almost packed. I just need to do the track because I had grand delusions of cleaning my cat today before we went. It's not, it's getting cleaned once we're there. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So we've got every hay net in the planet. We've got tools. You can see there, I'm really bad at pointing. We've got, of course, the honorary bed down packed in there, ready to give Ella a bit of extra floof for the night. So I think that's pretty much all the horse bit packed. We're in the Evolution today, by the way. It's so nice. So then I've also got Ella's feeds for the night. Got her feed bowls. Got her some Saracen minty treats. No, they're not minty treats. The Saracen, the sticky toffee pudding flavour. I still find that absolutely crazy. But, you know, if they like it, they like it. Then we've got, so I've got the big massage pad that I'm going to put on Ella's back. And then I've also actually still got the little massage pad because I can use that on her neck. See, think smarter, not harder. Got a stable rug for her. I've got the grooming kit that I randomly decided to wash today. I've got water buckets and an extra bucket for something. Let's just have a look in here. I want to make sure we've got everything. Also, that's my bed tonight. Woo! So we've got cutlery, bedding, got saddle pad out because it's still not dry, got hats in there. We're doing the really fun thing where you shove everything into the bathroom until you get there, and then basically I go sort the horse and mum sorts out the living space. But yes, what a sleigh. Wait, hold on, I want to try and look in the mirror. Okay guys, so we are almost ready for blast off.
So last but not least, the one to load up onto the Evolution is Ella. Now, she went on like such a good girl. I think she can tell when she's travelling in luxury, that's for sure. I then wanted to prove that I could in fact put this ramp up all by myself, and I absolutely could. So kudos to me. Who needs a gym when you're a horse girly? So this weekend I'm actually quite nervous about, because I will be performing on Sunday the same test that I did at that very first Foundation Academy camp. Now it's all about progression with the Foundation Academy and the National Academy, so I really want to prove that we have improved since the last time they saw it.
Right guys, so we have officially made it here to the British Show Jumping at National Training Centre. Ella is all tucked up in bed, tucking into her hay. And then we've also got Leon here, who is such a cutie patootie. And he's very concerned about his new girlfriend. He's wondering what's occurring. So yeah, I did have grand plans of riding her tonight, but we've literally just got here. She's done 2 hours of travel and I'm like, you know what babes, we can just go to bed. So I'm gonna sort her out a water bucket and then leave her with a feed. And then that'll be her. Oh, she's having a wee. I'll leave her to it. Right, so we've got everything packed in the spare stable. So now I think that Ella and Leon deserve sticky toffee treats. Ella, come here. Ella. Hello, come get a treat. Very good. Yes, you like? Yeah, is it acceptable? Yeah, good girl. Come on. Oh yeah. And I think, well, it'd just be cruel of me not to let Leon have some, I think. Bless him, he's a good boy. So yeah, Ella's had her dinner. We've set up the stable. So all that's left now is to chill out for a bit, go to bed and get ready for a very busy day tomorrow. Right guys, so that is an end to day one. Well, day one, setup day. As you can see, taking my makeup off, done my skincare routine, taking my meds, so we are all ready to get into bed. So I'm gonna make my bed. Ella is all tucked up and happy. Mum is watching Hunger Games on the sofa. So it's time to settle in because we've got a busy day tomorrow and I'm looking forward to taking you guys with me. So until the morning, goodbye. Good morning everyone. So it looks like I've been crying. I haven't. For some reason when I sleep sometimes my eyeballs leak. But yes, it is time. So it's the first morning. I've not actually seen anybody else up because it's about 6:30, like, well, close to 27 now, so I went to the loo. I just got up a little bit early because I know some people have got like lessons at 8:30 and so they might be getting up early to feed their horses. So I want to make sure that Ella's got her feed and everything and she's all nice and settled. She's not stood there waiting around for me looking at her watch. So I'm gonna go check on her and then go back and get dressed because I'm still in my pajamas, but that's a shock to nobody. Okay, so while the best girl is eating her breakfast, I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about the setup of the place. So I've just mucked out, put her in a new net, filled up her water, all that jazz. It's only 7 AM, I am on fire. Although I am really surprised I've not seen like anybody else this morning. It's not likely to be the first on the yard. Yeah, Leon's here. We met Leon yesterday. He's a cutie patootie. And then basically they've got stables next to us all because we were meant to leave so Leon would go there, then that stable would be empty, and then I was meant to go in that stable. See, that's me. But and then me and Ellie were like, Leon and Ella don't care if they're next to each other because basically it's just because of the bars, and they didn't want some people being uncomfortable with horses touching. But me and Ellie know each other very well. So then in this spare stable, I'll show you this. Let me show you. So in this spare stable, I've got my Saracen horse feed in the corner, ready for making up feeds. Got the shovel, got my grooming kit, and I've got my nets. So she already had her night net last night, and then I've just put in a day net. So we've got night net tonight, day net, travel net for tomorrow. So we're all set up. So yeah, and then we've also, quite lucky, so we're actually stabled smack bang next to the shower. So after I've ridden, Ella can go and have a little scrub-a-dub-dub. Banging.
So whilst I was busy getting Ella all ready for the day, just so she's nice and comfy, Mum was once again chefing up an absolute madness. So on today's menu for breakfast was a bacon sandwich in the Evolution, followed by an amazing cup of tea. So we bring like all the utensils with us so that we can have a lovely time just chilling out in the lorry. So that's Mum making my cup of tea for me there, and it is looking absolutely cracking if I do say so myself. And then the bacon sandwich, if you couldn't tell by my face, it was an absolute 10 out of 10, that's for sure. But then I put on my makeup and it was time to head over to the morning meeting where we got all of our jackets and our polo shirts and heard the agenda for the day.
Alright guys, so we've had our morning meeting. Just basically it was sort of the thing where you get out as much as you put in, so like we need to make sure that we're doing all our dues. But I've done my makeup now, Gilly's glowing, we're ready for the day. And then I've just got Ella's massage pads, so we've got just over an hour before I'm on for my lesson, so I'm gonna go stick them on her now. So I've mummified Ella. But yeah, so we've got her old massage pad doing her neck, and then the new heat sense doing her body. Ella, how you feeling? Ella's unsure about the mummification, but listen, I promise it's gonna do you good. Okay. Okay, so Ella is all in her massage pads now. What time is dwindling quickly, so I'm gonna head back to the lorry, get the tack, and then it's time for a lesson with Dan Greenwood. So I'm really looking forward to it. Quite a few of the horses are quite lit up this morning, so it's gonna be fun. Okay guys, so Ella is all dressed, looking as impressed as always, and we're ready to go do our lesson. So it's about 20 minutes before we're set to be in the arena, so we want to get on, make sure she has a nice walk around, and generally just moves about, gets that back nice and swinging, and yeah, we're just gonna have a really good time.
So one important thing that I try and do before every ride is make sure that I do lots of stretches before getting on, because I want to make sure that I am as warmed up as the horse is, to be fair. And then Ella is such a good girl, bless her. I don't really tend to tie her up much unless we're like actively out and about somewhere. So when we're in the stables, I feel like she's quite comfy and happy within herself. So I will literally, I call it parking her, because I can just walk away from Ella while she's completely loose. And I know she's not going anywhere because she's just cool. So once I've given her a last show shine, given her a kiss on the nose for good luck, it is time to head on over to the warm-up arena. So it is such a beautiful place here. I am absolutely in love with the venue. It's got like a bajillion arenas, a gallop track, the whole shebang, and the sun was shining, the birds were singing. It was going to be such a good weekend, and it was already a cracking morning. So I start off a little bit in walk, getting her all nice and stretchy. And the important thing, because I know we've not got a massive amount of warm-up, is that I don't necessarily want to pick her up. What I want to do is make sure that she's really swinging it over her back, because picking up will happen in the lesson. So as you can see here, I have actually got her in quite an open frame, because I want to make sure that she's really coming out and over her back. I'm not going to ask her to come into a competition frame really when I'm warming up, because she doesn't need to be there. Another thing that I like to do is make sure that I move around the school plenty. So this is doing lateral work, this is doing 5-meter loops in from the track, really getting her bending both ways, whether that's through the neck, through the withers, through the rib cage. I really want her to be completely supple over her back, over through the sides, just the whole shebang. So whilst we're doing these suppling exercises and lateral work, I'll also pop in quite a few transitions and stuff like that, just so she really starts thinking and really her entire body gets ready for action. So as we know with Ella, she likes doing canter work first, because that is simply what makes her happy, and then we move on to the trot work. And I will always do rising trot when I'm warming up, because I don't want to be glued to her back right from the get-go, and rising trot quite often will just help her lift that back a little bit more when we're just starting off. And I tell you what, she was feeling amazing in the warm-up, so I was really excited to see what we produce in this lesson. And then it wouldn't be me and Ella without popping in a little change in there. I just like to remind ourselves that we can do it sometimes if the weather's right.
Have you got anything coming up to show?
So we've actually qualified for the advanced medium area festivals.
Okay, yeah.
So we've got that coming up soon.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the next camp to probably do, that's it, there you go, to hopefully do the championship test.
Right.
But this camp I picked to do basically advanced medium 85.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
because that's what I did at the Foundation Academy, that was her first ever advanced medium.
Right.
So I'd love to see if we made some progression. Basically.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Snap around that curve. Look back. Down and straight. Like that. And straight. Breathe with it. And straight. Go long, straight. Yeah. Straight, long, and straight. Yes, thank you. What's your left and say? Yeah. Yeah. So it's just using your stick, using your aims, slightly quicker than she counted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'd be like, I'm going to just slightly disrupt you rather than thinking with you, not all the time. But just seems to me, you've got like 3 or 4 strokes where you're like, and you see what I mean? Like just a, you know, a little feeling on your serve, 2 or 3 times per serve. Good. And then feel like that right hand in your right hand. It likes to be a little bit slower stroke. The right pull, the tiny bit of travel, then you head back. Sit. Now push off your right leg, like you go to the left. And right leg, go get your right leg. Right leg. Looking. Sit back. See what I mean? You can push her off your left. And shoulders to the left. Like you. Right leg. Like you. Right leg. Right leg. Right leg. Okay. Watch your round. Snap.
Okay, so we've just had a lesson with Dan Greenwood, and it was actually really, really good in the sense that it was really informative. So Ella was a really good girl, as per usual. We expect nothing less from our pretty little smells. But actually, it was a lesson where you know what, it didn't all feel nice and sunshine and rainbows and oh my gosh, it's all gone well. It actually felt really, really hard at times. And it felt really difficult because it was something, so basically had us doing this like walk serpentine and well, simple changes serpentine, and we found it really, really hard to do, and I felt like I was almost getting into an argument with her at times. Dan was really good in my ear, being like, okay, use your snaffle rein more, use your leg more, you should be using your leg more than your hands. So it's really good, and the thing is that is something that we should be able to do at advanced medium, and he's saying that it's better to go away, work and stuff like that, because that builds the adjustability in the canter, rather than come in and start hammering away at the changes. We need to work on that adjustability and her listening to my legs and listening to my aids. So whilst it wasn't like, you know, like the prettiest or the most good feeling lesson in the world, it was a lesson that I really, really needed. So looking forward to hammering away at that a bit more tomorrow morning. But I'm just walking Ella off now because she is one hot potato, and she's worked really, really well, bless her. She was, put it this way, we didn't have any feral Ella moments, and we've all seen them, so we should be happy for that. But actually I have no idea what's coming up next, so I best check.
So with that lesson, I tried to leave in as much of Dan speaking as possible so you guys could really understand what was going on and why what was happening in the lesson was happening. But Ella was awesome, so it was time to take her off, hose her down in the shower room. That was fun, and then Ella had a nice roll before it was on to the next activity.
Okay, so I'm now late to a biomechanics session. I'm just gonna find out where it is. Not that one. Actually. Sorry, how do you get to that room for the biomechanics? Do you just carry on going all the way around? Okay. Okay, so currently doing the biomechanics session with Tom Smith. He's lovely, by the way. And my group is quite funny. My group is me and the 2 girls that don't have horses with them. Because I think one girl, bless her, has broken a collarbone. The other girl, bless her again, the horse isn't quite right. Which I wish they had said, because I'd have brought Star. She could have ridden Star. So they were like, oh, does anyone have a horse to volunteer for the practical demonstration? I'm like, well, I'm the only one with a horse in this group. So Ella's doing the practical demonstration. So I have literally just ran from one side of the yard to the other. Because last time I saw Ella, I'd hosed her down. She was having a good old-fashioned roll. So I need to give her a good, quick flick, flick, flick. And make sure she looks nice. So yeah, it's really good. We'll be looking at like horses' gaits and all that. We're going to do a few little tests. So it'll be good fun.
We're providing today is the one that we are using as an intervention. Good girl. Walk and trot on the concrete. What that allows us to do is, because the concrete is hard, it allows us to calibrate these accelerometers to the orientation of the foot and the ground. Because, you know, I might be slightly inaccurate with how I... Straight line and normal walking speed for you. What this is doing now is this is calibrating, getting the angles of flight, the landing, the loading, the takeoff. Angles, timing, stride length. What we're going to be looking at today is just a few of those data sets. Get her to just stand on that for a couple of minutes. Hopefully that data will have downloaded and we can have a good look at the control test.
She does quite like.
There you go, that's it. Right, so that will go nice and flat and set, hopefully. Get this out of the way.
She does, she stands like a supermodel all the time.
Breaks over and moves on. With the right front, if you interpret this, we can go through it at sort of a fraction of the speed. That's even too fast, but you can see that the red dot is the centre of mass. You can see that she moves around before she gains her mid stance. Yeah. So there's actually an element of instability in that right front. So it'd be interesting to see if...
Was that the right height or the right front?
That's the right front.
Okay.
So it'd be interesting to see if the toe dragging might be influenced by just packing the left hind, but also the right front, because it's the diagonal. We might actually be able to create a little bit more stability going forward. And this is why investigations like this are so useful, because you get to do the trial and error in a non-invasive way that's not going to damage her.
She was riding her. I reckon that's because his head just kept popping up.
Nearly got you. So you can see what we've done here is completely flat and will not be interacting with this ground in any different way whatsoever. So now we're going to go straight to the school. Now create a bit more flotation on the sand surface. So you can see it's non-invasive, it's not a massive intervention. she's actually remarkably symmetrical in her limb flight. She comes out 6 centimetres and then in 13 centimetres in the second half of the stride. This is the area that I'm the most interested in at the moment for today's purposes. This is like a force plate basically, so this is what we call the motion map. The downward triangle is how Ella's landing. These are both the hind feet, this is the left, this is the right. You can see that the downward triangle is outside of her feet. She's very symmetrical in both of them. So she's landing at around 6.5 degrees on that outside heel.
So we're about to head back for the classroom session for Tom Smith doing the biomechanics, and Ella was such a good girl, bless her. So we packed like one of her back feet, and he had this machine and basically measures like everything. So I'm looking forward to getting more in-depth on what results are for Ella. And yeah, but she was really good, bless her. I was like frantically trying to get the shaving stuff off her because she's still damp from when I hosed her off. But like I said, we were the only volunteers. But she looks gorgeous. She's a pretty girl. So I'm going to put her back to bed now. She can chill for a bit. And then I've got to go sprinting around to the classroom because said I'd meet them all there.
They were slightly leaning in, so a little bit more upright on the outside and flared on the inside, so the shoes have been placed a little bit wider to centralise that force. And as we saw from the data, appropriately as well, I think. So it minimises this bit and it does slightly increase this bit. So if you've got a horse that really brushes, the last thing you want to be doing is putting big wide extensions on the outside, because it minimises this bit and it does over-exaggerate this bit sometimes. So we will now look at the motion, the swing on the intervention. So they were both 6 and 13 centimetres. This is the foot that we intervened on. We intervened in a symmetrical way, so we didn't load the outside or the inside. So I wouldn't expect these swings to change a great deal. You can see we've got a slight bit of variation, 14 centimetres and 13, and they were both 13 before. One thing, just looking at it there, this takeoff here on the right hind is a little bit more variable, and this is a bit more fluid, should we say. And then you look at the shape on the intervention, I think that right hind comes out a little bit quicker and then has a straighter arc. So the maximum point is still 6 centimetres, but it's straighter there than it was before we intervened. You're looking at little differences. This is the motion map, and this is the bit that I'm actually the most interested in with our intervention. Because she moved quite symmetrically anyway, I think let's remind ourselves of the control test. You can see where our brake, so our landing point is at about 6.4 degrees, so 6.5, I'll write that down. So it's 6.4 degrees on that left hind, and probably, yeah, we'll call it 6 on the left, and then 6 on the right.
Okay, so we've done the biomechanics session with Tom Smith. It was really, really good. So Ella was super good, super chill, and basically we just looked at and we saw that she's got like a little hesitation in her front feet. So that's something to talk to the farrier about at home. But now it's time to do the session with Anne Keane, so be back in a bit. Now, this session with Anne was a particular favourite of mine. She is a list 1 judge, and we basically went through every aspect of a test that a judge will like and a judge won't like. And Anne has spoken to other judges to be able to give us a really round opinion on what we can and do and what we can't do if we want to make sure that we get those top marks. And this included going through and watching tests that people have done with a judge, and then going through, seeing what we like, seeing what we don't like, seeing where they've made up the marks. So it was so useful. Okay, so we just had like the test riding discussion with Anne Keane, and it was really good because we watched 3 different advanced mediums, well, 3 different horse and rider combinations doing these same advanced mediums, and we were picking up where they were throwing away so many easy marks. So that is a big hint for tomorrow on what I can do to try and build up those marks, especially as I know in the advanced medium that the changes changes will be what they'll be. So I need to pick up as many extra marks as I can. So it was really, really useful to be sat in that session just seeing where I can get those extra marks. We basically set the world to rights as well, so it's really good fun. But now it's time for the weight bridge with Ella, so we're going to see how much she weighs. Snoozing. Say hi. Hello. Oh, Ella, you skinny queen. Okay, so my fringe is getting flatter the more the day is going on and the more my hat comes on and off, but we move. So Ella has just been on the weight bridge. She's dropped 20 kilograms. I actually thought that she would be up because her musculature, I think, has much improved. And Claire, the Denji weight bridge lady, has said that yes, her muscles like feeling really nice. What's happened is she's just dropped any and all fat that she's got, which is not good because once she's out of fat, it's not good. She's not going to be able to build muscle without any fat. So what I think's happened is we've moved yards between the last camp and now. Where we've moved to now, she's out for a lot longer during the day because obviously there's no staff to bring in, so I'm bringing in when I finish work. And the grass isn't great quality because we're still technically in winter. We're just coming out of winter, and a lot of horses drop weight during winter. So like now the thing that I've really got to be careful with is that whilst we want those 20 kilograms back on, why are you stood back there like you're depressed? Ella. So what I need to make sure that I do now is I don't panic too much, overfeed her, and then she comes back looking pregnant. So I just need to make sure I'm going to move her into another field where there's a bit more grass because it's not been grazed, and actually get that stripped down before the spring grass comes through. So I'm going to pop her in there. That's her job, to be the local lawn mower. And then just see how she gets on. I'm trying not to be too dramatic about it all, but little bless her. She's a cutie patootie. She's feeling good. Nothing too drastic. They basically just don't want to see her any leaner than she is now, which is why it's really good at these academies that we're having the weight bridge and stuff like that, because then stuff like that gets picked up. Because when you see the horses all day, every day, it's really hard to see the differences, and that's why they get the team of experts in. So next thing on the agenda today is I'm doing rider physio with Andy Thomas. I'm not sure what he's going to do to me. I'm scared, but looking forward to it. I've given her a skip out. She's got her massage pad back on, so I'm just going to give it another few minutes, then whip that massage pad off, and then head over to see Andy. So, we're off to see Andy Thomas now. I am particularly excited for this session because I've done a session with Andy in the past because he works closely with my coach, Jill Liggins, and it made such a massive difference. Oh, slay with the makeup, Alana, well done. So I'm really looking forward. As we all know, I'm about as bendy as a brick. I've got really tight hips, so I want to see what he does with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing that impact on my riding in tomorrow's lesson. Hello everyone, so I'm here with Andy Thomas here at the National Academy. Andy, how's it been today?
Yep, another really good day looking at a number of riders. I love working with the young developing riders, particularly in dressage. A number of riders I've seen before, which is nice to see them returning, but also a number of young riders coming through, which is excellent.
So what is the sort of thing that you've actually been doing today with us all?
So my job, I'm a physiotherapist, chartered physio. My role is to look at rider asymmetry, to look at where the rider's weaknesses or tightnesses are, and then to change them and to hopefully make them more symmetrical for the period they're on the horse. So you've all been given exercises to do before you ride. You'll warm up your horse, but a lot of people forget to warm up the rider, and that becomes crucial. The theory is that if we can make you as symmetrical as possible for the period you're on the horse, the better that horse is going to go.
Oh,
the moment you get off that horse, you start to become asymmetrical again.
And then we're doing a session in the morning with Dan as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to work with Dan. So my role generally with coaches is to create the perfect rider for that coach at that time. So if I can make that rider more balanced, more symmetrical, then someone like Dan is going to get far more out of that session, and your horse will love it.
So I'll be put through my paces tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning.
Exactly, and we might put some stuff on you to help you, to help your physical issues, to enhance your movement on the horse.
Well, smashing. Thank you so much. And I really look forward to it because, as I said, I have worked with you before.
Yeah.
And yes, it was 3 years ago, but oh my goodness, it made such a massive difference.
It's good, and we only live 10 minutes away from each other, so it'll be fine.
Well, there we go.
Perfect.
Brilliant. And then just one last question. How important is it for this sort of thing to be included in the National Academy?
It's critical. The most important thing, when you look at performance on a horse, there is no one element that can be missed out.
Yes.
You have to address the horse's problems. You have to look at the farriery. You have to look at the veterinary. You have to look at the horse physio. You have to look at the human. So we have to bring all elements, and then we've got this thing in the middle called the saddle, which becomes even more critical.
Well, that's why we've got the saddle
That's why
fitter
we've
in
got
there
saddle
today.
fitters. So bringing the whole team together in one area is fantastic, and a real advantage for the riders coming here, and a real good learning environment for them to understand everything that takes to create performance on a horse, whatever level it is.
Absolutely.
So whatever level you want to be, whether it's just national level or international level.
Well, we've got a great range
We've
here
got a
today
great range,
itself.
You have.
Well, amazing. Thank you so much,
Pleasure.
Andy. And as I said, I look forward to our early morning
So
session.
do I. All right, I look forward to it. I hope it's as nice a day.
Oh, me too.
All right.
So I've done the session with Andy now, not gonna lie, butt cheek tingling. Do I advertise that? It's because he released a muscle, okay? So it was actually really good because so he was pressing down on one leg and the leg just collapsed, and then he pressed down the other leg and it could push up back against it, and then with just a few minor adjustments that he makes, no weight training, nothing, the leg that completely buckled underneath him pushing down on it could suddenly push back up against him. So I'm really looking forward to the ridden session with him and Dan tomorrow. It is going to be really good, and I'm really hoping it makes a difference because I know my position's super weak. So if Andy can fix that, that means Dan can work better with a better rider. So let's go check on Ella now. Imagine if that was her shoe. Did you enjoy that?
That was very worth it.
Hello everyone, so I'm here with Andy here at the National Academy. Now Andy, why don't you tell me a little bit about what it is that you've been doing today?
I've been here on the behalf of the Society of Master Saddlers doing saddle checks and advice for riders at the National Youth Academy.
And how important is it that we have a working saddle, I suppose?
If you've got a badly fitting saddle, then your horse can't perform properly, you can't perform properly, so it's really important that we have a really good combination of horse, saddle and rider fit.
Do you know what, that has been a main theme today, because that is also what Andy Thomas has said.
Really important.
It's really important.
Yeah, it certainly is.
And has there been any main themes you've noticed for our National Academy athletes today?
Yeah, well, all very committed, which is really good to see, and all getting saddle fits done fairly regularly. But we have had quite a lot of movement to one side, which is quite common.
So we've got a lot of people moving to one side.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's where we need to try and straighten our guys up.
Yeah, and also get your fitters to adjust those saddles to keep them straight.
In the straight. And how important is it that that is included on the National Academy itself?
Well, it's really important, just like being with Andy Thomas, so your horse, your people physio, your horse physios, if you can waste money on training if you haven't got a good saddle fit.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Andy, and it has been absolutely lovely to speak to you today.
No problem. Nice to meet you.
Guys, we've been sent out on a scavenger hunt and we failed epically. We can't follow clues, so now we're at the point where we're just looking for random things. But we're doing well, guys, aren't we? Woo! It's over. Oh! What's the point of me doing that?
Okay guys, it is another bright and early day, as you can see by my eyes being like so we're riding at 8:30 today. There's not really a massive enough gap for me to get plastered up for my test. I'm going to put up this morning. So yeah, that's the plan. Just going to go feed her and get her all comfortable now, and then I'm going to leave her with the massage pad on while I go get dressed. But this is about an hour's worth of work ahead of me. So see you in a minute. You can tell I'm putting on their feeds to soak. I'm being watched very closely. Hello. Okay, Ella is all locked out, so it's time to move on to the plaiting portion of our morning.
Not sure about the plaits, you know, guys. I think they might be in their diabolical era. Well, they are what they are. Let's move on. Ella is all wrapped up, so now it is time for me to go get myself ready because time is beginning to run short, as per usual. You guys expect nothing less. Okay, so we've got about 10 minutes before we're in. We're going to go do a nice session. So we've got Andy Thomas and Dan Greenwood this morning, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does.
So whilst I have given myself a little bit longer to warm up today, just because yesterday's warm up was not the best before the lesson, I don't want to knock her out too much, and this is because she's got another ridden session today where we will be performing our test, so I already know I'm going to have to do a full-blown warm up for that, but she's also going to work hard on the lesson this morning, so I really don't want to take any fire out of her. And let me tell you guys, that wasn't a problem. Ella woke up this morning feeling absolutely on top of the world, and actually when I popped her into canter I had to go into a light seat because Ella was off. She was rocketing around the arena. She felt so amazing, so much explosive energy that I knew would be so great for the lesson because it's really going to translate through well. So when she's feeling like that, I'll quite often go into a light seat, stay off her back and let her get that tickle out of her toes, let her go for a blast around there. As long as she's looking nice, I do not mind. But she was feeling amazing, so bouncy, so off the ground, just felt great. And then when I went on to do the trot, my goodness, she just, I can't tell you guys, she just felt awesome.
The individual preliminary, so 85.
Right. So change on short diagonal.
Right at the end.
It's basically like medium with a...
It's a glorified medium with two changes.
Two changes, yeah. Okay.
But it was the first advanced medium I did with the Foundation Academy.
Yeah.
So I want to see...
You said where you're at, yeah.
I would love to see progression. I'm not sure if we are going to see progression, but the aim is progression.
Yeah.
Soft and nice, but you know the minute we start changing stuff,
Yeah.
she just completely runs through her seat and hands.
Right.
And so that's where I feel like I have to get the third one involved so you have a chance of holding her a bit more.
Okay. Just when she's like that, the important thing is to get your leg on, not off. Do you know what I mean? She wants you to like water ski a little, not too steep. That's it. And then just do a little half pass left towards edge. It's just a good little way of getting her, get a little more active. Sit left. That's it. A bit more weight on your left seat bone. Turn your body more. Yeah, bring your right side to the left. Right, shoulder left to her left here. Good. That's good. And then nice deep corner from your right leg, think leg heel below. That's that. Good. So you've just got your leg, that connection under your lower leg. A little bit rounder. Good water snaps. Do your half pass again? That's good. Let's bring the left shoulder with you. Good. Yeah, nice position. Really good. good. And then little shoulder in left, right at the centre line. 1, 2, a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 1, 2. Half pass left, really good. Sit left. Get your weight onto your left seat. Do you feel what I mean? Find your left seat, right?
Yeah.
Find your left seat, yeah, good. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2. She looks really nice in that positioning. So
Yeah.
log where you have her head and, you know, your bend there, that was good.
We'll soon find out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Have a circle this end. Not too bad. Look right. Yeah.
There's going to be one more big ghost and not stare at the back of the head.
Yeah. And that's it. You just got to keep looking to the middle of your circle. Now just make the stride a little smaller. So just think shorter tries. Now catch them fall in. Think about a little bit of leg yield away from your right leg. Right hand, left. You look right. That's it. And then right out again. Good. So not quite your test trot, does that make sense?
Yeah, a bit slower.
Yeah. Or smaller. Not necessarily slower, as in the tempo, just a little shorter in the stride, hands down. That's good. Now, that's it. So you can do that in phases, yeah?
Yeah.
Think of shortening the stride an inch, no falling in sit right, little, nice. Now a little leg yield in this trot, right, so you really engage the right hind, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good. And right in. Relax. So this is your what I call my comfort zone trot. It's not full on. Nice. Gradually shorten, gradually. Yeah, not too much, that's it. Just an inch or two. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep looking right, not left. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder up and down. Turn your hips a little more. Now leg yield. Sit right. Leg yield. More sideways. More right leg. Good gap there. Now trot out. Do you feel? Because
Yeah.
during the 20-metre circle, you should be 2 metres past the V as you cross the centre line.
Yeah.
At least. That's it. Not running and dropping. And then shorter. Gradually, yeah. Take a little bit longer, right out again, that's good. Look right. Out again. And only go out to like, yeah, I call it comfort zone. Like, yeah, I can sit here all day, you know, nothing fancy, but correct. And then when I'm in
You're
there,
really crooked now.
No, you're tight at moments.
Yeah.
So after you've done this, and
Good.
you've got that diff opener on.
all right, we'll do the, yeah, so if we do the same this
Do
way,
the same,
like that,
right,
yeah,
and then
we'll have a little trot
do a little
this
trot.
way.
Doesn't say the pair of you and see that I'm really
No. You just got to think. Find your left seat. Man. So just comfort zone trot and think about you. Do you see what I mean at this point?
Yeah.
So steady.
She does feel really nice.
Yeah, she looks going. You know, yeah, looks good. Yeah. Now just look to the middle of your circle. Turn your outside shot and don't let her fall against your left leg. So basically creating that bend with your left leg rather than your left frame. Little. Now put your little bit of leg yield in, look ahead. Give a little inside line. Give a little bit of the left leg. That's it. And push your arm. Good arm. And just ride out again. Comfort zone. Hands down. And
Hands really high.
just keep them low. That's it. And then small. Shorten your stride gradually with your ride line. It's basically just reinforcing your inside leg outside line, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now leg yield a bit. Push her out. Look left. Turn your shoulders. Turn your hips. Find your left seat back. Push her over to your right hand. Open your left knee. on up. Get that left hand more right. Lovely. And right out, give left. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I see that lovely shape. One more. Shorten your trot. Gradually. You sit on the left, push her weight into the right, look left. Good. Keep your shoulders level but push your right shoulder forward. Lovely. Yield.
She feels fancy.
And walking. Good job. Great. So that is a real, I do like so much of that.
Yeah.
Right, shall we have a pit stop? Then I see her looking 6 inches shorter behind your saddle.
Yeah.
That looks good then.
I'm a bucker for putting my leg on for the sideways and then just holding it there.
On.
And I need to do it quicker.
Just on off. Especially in canter, it's quite, that's hard not to do it in the rhythm, isn't it? I think the rhythms that she's not.
Kick every stride.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Or they get a little bit, hanging in the rhythm. You want to just be able to quicken it a little bit.
Yeah.
Good girl.
So all I see really is that you lose this right seat far too easily, and then you lose that right arm.
That's what we found in the session last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, just that tightness. You just over tight through the left leg, and then you lose that right seat. It's again nothing major. It just happens quickly and quite easily.
Yeah.
So this will just help you. This just opens you up in terms of the hip structure over time. It gives you more seat.
And sometimes you just got to check in with your seat bone, like I have to with my right seat bone, because I'll be like, left seat bone flat, and then I'm on the right rein. It's like, come on, my left seat bone's joining in, not my right. You just have to really feel that. So when you're thinking about Ben, think of it in her ribs, or her being around your leg. It's not just your leg, it's that. Does that make sense? So if you picture her spine, and then your seat bone is just off her spine into your out. So when you're doing your leg yield, just picture like left seat bone, right rein, right seat bone to the left, low outside. So it's getting that connection between that seat bone and that hand, this seat bone and that hand. And then she looks, if you do that, shorten the stride, think about that in the leg yield. Then she looks 6 inches shorter behind, rather than trot, bend the neck. You can see you've got a light rein, it's moving, but the bit looks too.
I look like I'm just riding off the curb.
Right, so you see that's quite a big stride. So I go, gradually, And that's not to say just slow down and lose power. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and still need to maintain the cadence.
Well, not even cadence, just the energy, but it's not, it's the shorter stride. Now put your little bit of leg yield in, look up, look right, turn your shoulders more than you think, and you see you're not quite at peace. You definitely need a bigger spur for sure. All right.
And she's feeling so nice up until then.
Look right. So you've got to think, her front legs are on railway tracks, and her inside hind has to live on the outside rail. That makes sense?
Yeah.
You've got her, you need to put her inside hind on the same line as her left front leg. Yes. Yeah, and don't let her derail through the left front leg. You with me?
Yeah.
Open your knee, relax your leg, and then do a little walk line. And then put the quarters past the shoulders, or past the outside rail. Quarters left. Some on top, some on top. Nose right. Yeah, with her nose right. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. That's where she needs to get supple, yeah?
Yeah.
Look right. That's it, look right. And then a forward punch. Very good. Very good. Now just go along your rail. Hit your point with 4 points. Think of your circle like a clock.
That's really good.
And walk on. Get in front of my leg. Allow. Good girl. So make sure you go through 12 o'clock there. 2 meters past V.
When I just do my
Good. 3 o'clock near the red pole. Right leg, right leg. You just check in and push that right home. You see what I mean? 3 o'clock. Then I'd be like, quiet. Check in at A. Come on, right hind left, leg heels, push it over. Look right, look right, look right. Relax. Does she stay there by herself? Do you see what I'm saying? Now leg heeled, leg heeled, leg heeled, leg heeled. That right hind under you. Left raise. So if you were riding a diamond, does that make sense? You'd be going through left, uphill. Good enough. Now do a diamond and just push your quarters out on the point. Little, straight, straight. Lift your neck to the point. Little. Flat before you turn. Shorter. Yeah. And straight. See what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all just good gymnastics. Yeah. And straight. Good enough. Now just keep her out on your circle. But you see you're riding the inside leg, outside leg.
Yeah.
Good job. Shoulder in right, going left. Same idea, yeah? Not pulling the head right. Find your right seat bone. Good. So your shoulders are facing C. Good enough. Trot, walk, trot, and shoulder in. Keep the engagement, keep the engagement. Yeah. Good. Fell a little bit into your right leg. Now leg heels into that corner. Don't fall against my right leg. Wow done. You need to give them retake. Second. Shoulder in right. Hands down. Turn the shoulders to sit A. Could you half pass from this? Could you shoulder in from this? Shoulder in. Good. So we don't have any more parallel in the half.
Yeah.
And we get, so she slows the tempo a little bit more than I'd like in the movement. Shoulder in. Can we go a little quicker? Lighter. So when you want to go quicker, don't try and drive. Just take your shoulders slightly forward and get a bit lighter quicker yourself. Lean more forward, not back. You see what I'm saying? Let her come up to you. Go forward with your upper body slightly. And just prod her off your right leg a little. Use your leg more than your seat when you want to go forward. Yeah. Okay. Good. Half pass. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. More shoulders. More right leg. It's very parallel, yeah? Almost not around rider's right leg.
I did on the
So ride the right front leg. Look to your corner mark. Left hind and right front. Good job. You could do half 20, now do half a diamond. Look for your point. And leg heel to the left leg, right leg, over that little point. Turn your head. Little, short cut. And straight. Now do half a 20. I do this sometimes. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Sit left, put the body back. Good left. Short round, longer round. Diamond. Push around as well. Look. Little point. Good again. Cooking left. Lovely. Thumb on top. Left. Got it?
Yeah.
And then you've got a nice little half vault. Do you see?
Yeah.
Every circle, every diamond's got 4 little half vault moments.
Yeah.
Now leave it there. Now ride her. Do you see? You ride through those games. That makes sense?
Yeah.
You ride her here. Now, shut up a bit. Does she stay with you? Now ride her. Check in. What do I want? Good. Diamond. Shoulder foot, left leg right. After this next gate here, you're going to do travers around the half 20. Go through again. Travers. Hold the shoulders out on 20. Quarter. Let's go diamond, shoulder forward. Left leg, right leg. Don't bend the neck too much. Body back. Now ride the travers again. What she doesn't bring the shoulders, keep them out. Keep them out with your left leg up. Bit more forward. Bit more forward. Right leg, right leg, right leg, right leg. Turn your hips, lovely. Right out. Left. See what I mean? You are moving those hind legs around.
Yeah.
You're moving her through her body. Nice. Trying to come and do a half pass. Carry on, carry on. Go long. And then we'll do a shoulder 4. Look at C. Could you ride a half pass to C? That's the question. Could you do shoulder 4 over school now? Now? Could you do half pass? Could you do shoulder 4? Good girl. See what I'm saying? Keep her on your own. Yeah, pull up. Don't get too big and long. Uphill, uphill, shorter. Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. Little, little, sitting. Good girl. Picking up, picking up. Good one. Leg yield into your front. Small and strong. Oh shit, come on, forward. Left leg. Shoulder in. Look at C. Could you half pass? Ask yourself. Could you ride a shoulder in uphill? Could you ride a good half pass? Could you ride a shoulder in uphill? Short diagonal change. Into your corner, collect. Look for your line, turn your head. Sit right. Uphill, move her off your right leg, sit. Stride leg behind. So she got a bit big, she pulled you into it. Just do a little counter walk. So she lengthened into it. Think. You need it a tiny bit shorter.
Yeah.
Just have another go. Don't change anything too much.
Yeah. Back on the.
Think of her right knee. You want to see it? And out. So not too much neck bend. That's good. Good, quick. So it's not more neck bend. It's that inside shoulder. Left shoulder in. Now sit lighter and take your body forward when you want to go quicker. Quickly. Yeah. And steady. Into your outside leg. And straighten up. Good. Good. Straighten up. Now yield her into the corner. Left one. Go. Nose left. Could you half pass from this? Left front leg. Left front leg. Yeah. Shoulder in. Good enough. Nice. Quick. Turn your head, turn your shoulders, well done. Shoulder in. Nice frame of line. Quick. Quick. Good. Good. Push your right shoulder forward into your half pass. Hold it with your left leg. Give a leg. Did you ever give them retake? Flex her nose. Sit left. Yeah, well ridden. Good job. Little walking. Yeah, trotting. Right, leg under. Push us. Make a circle there, Alana. Big circle. Now leg yield into walk. Give left. Give left. Give left. Left leg right rein. W-A-L-K. Left leg. Yeah. Ooh, walk.
Have you considered massage?
Right. I don't mind as long as it's engaging. Don't want to do in a long one.
Yeah.
So long as it closes her in the base.
Yeah.
Very good. So both half passes focus on her inside shoulder and front leg.
Yeah.
Especially to the right. So when I say more bend, don't pull on the inside rein and bend the neck more.
Yeah.
Not suggesting you did that for one moment.
Put your sarcasm or not.
Put your right leg on and ride the right. Can you picture what looks really pretty and good in a half pass? Is that line down. Inside front leg. Inside front leg.
Yeah.
So if you put, how do you create that? It's your inside leg. So picture her inside knee.
Yeah.
Is being drawn along the diagonal. And then if you think about your timing, if you give her a little on, off,
Yeah.
on, as it's coming out, you create that.
Yeah.
So that's really doable. Thumbs to ears, little give and retake you feel, rather than I'm hanging on to it.
Yeah.
Come on, carry me.
Yeah.
Look, that looks super when you did that half pass, that left one here, and it's like, squeezing her out. You're riding leg to hand, you're not holding on, look really good. 10 self-carriage in half pass. Lovely expressive inside, full leg freedom at the inside. Then she looks really good around your leg, yeah?
Yeah.
So you don't just ride her shoulder in. She needs a little bit more flexion left. She needs more body bend right.
Yeah.
So it's the nose on the left, little tweak with your rein. She's good round the left leg. On the right rein, the flexion's good, but I need more body bend.
Yeah.
Got it?
Got it.
Right. Shall we have a look at the counter then? Think about it. So you're going to hold her with your, hold her with your left rein, your right leg. A little bit of travers through the shoulder. Do you see what I mean? And then you're going to keep your right rein, turn your head a little. Lovely. Discount it, quick and little. Hold her with your left rein, hold her. Don't let your right leg come off. Give right, kick with a left. Well done, well done, you got it. Good, that was good. It wasn't what we, but it was, yeah, she changed, she surprised herself. It was high leg first, well done. On your circle, on your diamond. That was good. So picture like, oh, can I get 8 strides to my change? Little. So it sits a little bit stronger. That's fine, yeah, good. Pick up one of the beam, over that false, the white, second white one or the red one, up to you, pick one. Now leg yield off your right leg, good girl, you're okay. Come round again. That's it. And you use your upper body. And you use a leg yield from your right leg to your left frame, just gently. Good girl, little. Sit right, it's alright, keep going. Move her into your left frame, round up. Don't do it, come round again. That's alright. So just change round again. So, here you go. Yeah, push her off your left leg, yeah. Sit, soften. Good, do your shoulder in half. So then, could you, do you see what I'm saying? When you're in half pass, could you ride a shoulder? When you're in shoulder in, could I ride a nice half pass? Sit right. Good alignment. So actually, come out that corner and ride a left half pass on the little diagonal. That feel, yeah? That feel. Left half pass. Good. Now a little change. Sit right. Good girl, stride lane. But you could get to your change better, yeah? It's just finding what...
She was like, she was over her back.
Yeah.
Go towards it.
So we've got to get that clean. Good, give it a breather. So push it sideways. Right leg, left leg. Smaller counter. Get your left hand down. Make the neck straight.
See, it's here where I feel like I'm having to use a lot of curve.
Yeah.
She's just
spitting you out a bit. Yeah. No, you're fine. And don't let her pull her neck right. Make the neck straight. Diamond. Straight to the left hand down. Sit back. Good girl. Good. Now circle. Look back. Yeah, left hand down on the left. Push her off your right seat. There you go. Do you feel now you've got her in alignment?
Yeah.
Keep hitting your points, and now can you hold the shoulders out, bring the left hand on the inside rail, don't let the shoulders derail to the inside, hold them out. Good girl, diamond, straight, right leg, little point, right leg, left hand down on the left. Good. Hold the shoulders on the rails, track. Good girl, go live. Good, shoulder 4. Left hand down. Sit back, move your seat. Yeah, down in front of your right leg. It's always that same thing. Now, think about a leg yield into the corner. Don't push in. Good job. We'll do a shoulder in, half pass, Thinking about one to top back. Good canter around, good back. Turn your shoulders to 8. Shoulder in, dive. Fly over the right leg. Hands down. Right leg, left leg. Do you see she doesn't need any left leg?
Yeah.
Keep the right leg up. Shoulder in. Little. Shoulder in. My aid for half pass would be left shoulder forward. Push your left shoulder forward. Sit right. Don't use your left leg. Do you see what I'm saying? Got to ride your right shoulder in. Right half pass right at the same aid as shoulder in. You just allow the left rein in. Right leg, right leg, right leg. Get around your leg. Good girl. Let me in. Let me in. Well done, Emma. And small. You can do it. Good girl. Into corner. You've got to use the leg here. Right leg. Good girl. Good girl. Half pass. Shoulder in. Well done. Don't stick me out. Right seat bone making a hole in your side. Short diagonal. Look to ease. Half pass right feeling. Hold it with your right rein, your left leg. Shoulders right, shoulders right, shoulders right. Yeah, just got long again. So she came out the corner, shoulders left. Just have another go. Get what you need. You need her in your left rein. We need you sitting on the right. We need her right hand under your side. Get her in your left rein. Good girl. Now do you see the diagonal line over the corner? Go on there and then leg heel to the corner. Knowing walk, just now push her off your right leg. See what I'm saying? Now do the same again. Cut the corner, turn now, now push her into the corner. Go on. Give your right hand, push her off your right leg, push her off your right leg. Now cancel. Cancel. Right leg, right leg, right leg, right leg. No left leg, no left leg, no left leg. Do that again. No left leg. Just do it with the leg. You circle away, push her to the left, and to right leg. Push her to the left, no left leg. Don't let your left leg join in. Put it back, but give the aid with the right leg. Look right, 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 right. Down, push into my right leg, open your knee, use your spur like a little finger. Now look, hold up, get your little canter, shoulder stride, up, not pulling me forward. And right out, good girl, this is what she needs to do. No left. Right, two good leg yielding deep corners. Lift it, and do it up, it's canter, E. Now get the left shoulder coming right, up to right, up to right, up to right, up to right, shoulders right, come around again. Yeah, well done, good one. You actually got it. Don't know how, but you did. Well done. Good. Well done. But she's a monkey. She comes out that corner off the right rein. Her left shoulder wants to go to the top left corner.
Yeah.
Well done. The reference corner. Good job. But you see, you've got it there.
Tricky on that left canter. No,
Right
canter,
hand
sorry.
side. She's got to let you put the right hind under.
Yeah. She constantly wants to be in traverse. So when you ask for traverse, I'm killing we're excellent at this.
Yeah. She's got to give you some body bend on the right. So it's exactly the same as you did in the trot, in the walk, she lets you do it, in the canter she's a little bit like, So you just got to do this. Maybe within a session at home, do a bit more between the trot and the canter rather than all the trot, all the canter like we've done today.
Yeah.
So trot's a bit like, we've got this. Okay, now do a little bit on the right leg, you know, like.
Use the trot to teach her to do it in the canter. Yeah.
Go between the two. So it's not like a big deal.
Yeah.
But you know I'm going to do it. You know? You're not letting her off the hook. Good at that.
This developing stage where
Thank you.
and more and get and that's a positive way to keep her where you want her for that prolonged period without her getting rid of you.
Yeah.
She gets rid of you, or you give her away very easily.
I do like
Just when it gets a
away.
little bit difficult, and that's all you can see. But it was very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's when we go to change stuff or we go to do something and then the pair of us go,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's just got, you know, it's normal mare stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's got to let, you know, that's got to be normal. But a little bit of half pass, really, into your change, really keeps her under control.
Okay, Okay, so Ella's lesson is all finished. I've just got a massage pad on her now, and it was actually really, really good. It was much more of a feel-good lesson than yesterday's lesson. The trot work felt amazing. I just need to make sure that I can actually get my leg on when I'm asking her to do stuff, because basically my spur's fallen down, so all I'm doing is like caressing her. I need to poke her. But she's been such a good girl. She's been great. I'm doing my best so she doesn't rub out any plaits. Ella, do not roll. You're in the massage pad right now. So yeah, no, it was really, really good. Andy Thomas has put on some tape. That sounds weird. Andy Thomas put some tape on me to like align my seat position, and it made a proper difference. It made me really think about whether my knee was open or closed, whether my legs were on a side. So it was really good. Andy's agreed to have a look at me before my test as well, so we'll have a little tune up. So yeah, now all that I've got to do is let Ella have a massage pad, put on a rug, make sure she's still comfortable, and then it's time for me to give my presentation. So it's now time to take off a massage pad and leave my little sweetheart while I head back to the lorry for a little bit. Mum, can I have a bacon sandwich, please?
A bacon sandwich?
Yeah.
Actually, we have the best bacon sandwiches. We have made great bacon sandwiches. We have got the best bacon sandwiches that you've ever heard of. We've discussed it, we've looked into it, and these bacon sandwiches are great. They're the best.
So can I have one?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Is it the best bacon sandwich?
It is in fact the best bacon sandwich. Yeah, that's correct.
We have the best bacon sandwiches in the world.
We do.
Excellent.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I will be doing a presentation today on professionalism online, especially on social media. So what I'm doing now is just checking that my presentation is there, it's ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to go through it and make sure that I know what I'm doing, basically. Hello everyone. I will start off giving you a little bit about why I think that I might be qualified to, or not even qualified, but feel like I might know enough to tell you a little bit about professional safety online and representing British dressage. So as you all know, I am quite active online. So I currently have around 84,000 followers on Instagram, over 150,000 followers on TikTok, and over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, as well as a few thousand on Facebook as well. So I, whilst not only representing myself and wanting to look professional, as you do, I also work for a law firm, so as you can imagine, they don't want anything untoward being put online. Because one thing that we've got to remember about what we post online is we're not only thinking about what we're doing now and who we're working for now, but we're also thinking about what we're doing in the future. I mean, have we all got jobs here currently or looking to be employed at some point? I'll say that's pretty general, yes. Economic effects. Does everyone know what a digital footprint is? Really? Okay. Positive posts can impress future employers. No, you're late. That's it.
I know, I'm really excited.
That's terrible. Is she still 2 teams of 4? So we're going to do a case study, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes to discuss within your teams. There's been a viral post by another rider, and it doesn't reflect well on British dressage. How should you respond constructively? Okay.
Is that as British dressage?
It's up to you.
Or like just as we just see that?
It's up to you guys. I'll just direct you to go down. There's always the block button, because quite frankly, if one person comments it, then other nasty people see that it's okay to post that sort of thing in your comments. And we don't need that negativity. We don't need it. So we do not want to encourage that behaviour in our comments. The block button, the delete button, just get rid. Okay, dressage is stressful enough as it is. Listening, and I hope you've enjoyed my little online professionalism and safety talk. And if you have any questions or want to speak to me a little bit more about it, you can either speak to me or if you want to speak to Hannah or Emily. So thank you for coming. Okay, so I have just done my very first online safety and professionalism talk. I think it went really, really well. I certainly hope it did. I'm going to email on Monday that asking for feedback. But basically, I was really nervous. But And also when I plugged in the PowerPoint, it was clearly on the wrong view because I couldn't see the speaker's notes. So when it came to actually doing the presentation, I was having to freestyle most of it because I was like, I can't see my notes. Right, off we go then. So there are plenty of bits that I actually missed, and in my notes I had a lot more suggestions for interaction with me and the girls, but hopefully it landed really well. I think it was a really good idea for me to do it because as one of the riders, me and the girls can relate to each other on a certain level. But I really enjoyed it. I would love to do that sort of thing more often because actually public speaking, like presentations and stuff, I was like, oh, this is fun. But I had to be really careful I wasn't repeating myself. And as you guys know from watching these videos, I do enjoy a bit of repetition. And everybody remember that Ella is such a good girl? I thought so. So yeah, now it is time for me to actually focus on the riding portion of the day because we have got our test coming up. Now we're doing the individual preliminary, which is Advanced Medium 85, which, as Dan Greenwood said earlier, a glorified medium with 2 changes at the end. But it is the same test that I did back at the Foundation Academy, and I would love to show that we've made some progression. Of course, watch now, I'll fall off going down that centre line. But either way, I want to make sure that I have a really good time. I want to enjoy being with my girl. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. I've got my hairnet in, let's do this. Just had a small crisis. Went to go start tacking up. Rain's over Ella's head, looking at the bridle. Where's the curb chain? On the floor next to my lorry. Jesus wept. So let's go get a taxi. We've got about 35 minutes. Little ready to strut her stuff. Pretty girl. Woo! Where's your girl? Boop. So for my warm-up for this test, I'm very aware of the fact that Ella has already worked this morning, so she does not want to be doing too much right now. So I'm doing plenty of walk, a couple of walk pirouettes and stuff that you can do in the walk that gets them a little bit ready whilst also not being too strenuous. And then we went on to start warming up properly, and as you can see I'm doing rising trots, I'm keeping off her back and then asking just for some lateral movements within that trot. So that's really suppling it from side to side. And she's not in a competition frame yet. I've got her a little bit longer than I normally would. You can see those reins are nice and loose. So that's just encouraging her to come right out and over so that we can really maximise the use of this back when it comes time for me to pick her up. Now she felt absolutely lovely. She was really springing along the floor really nicely. You can tell by the little swish of the tail. I love watching her tail when she's trotting around. So for this test, obviously because it's an advanced medium, I always find it comes up too fast for me to talk through it for you guys, so I will just be putting up the comments and the scores as I do them, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. I know I really like doing them because it gives me a chance to look back at my test, see how I scored and see how well I did. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up. Okay, so we've just done our test and oh my gosh, Ella was absolutely amazing. She was really sweet. I felt like I was actually more relaxed. I did the thing that Anne said, you know, like laugh before you go in, and she felt nice, relaxed, and we just went in and we had a really good time. So then Pippa, who's unfortunately broken her collarbone, bless her, so she's not brought a horse with her for this camp, so she's like sitting and doing some judge training. She came out afterwards and she was like asking me, okay, tell me 2 good things and 1 bad thing. And apparently I'm the only person all day that said my 2 good things first, which is great. And then I was like, how are my scores? How are they looking? And she was like, yeah, they're good. I really liked how smiley you were. So I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that girl's got a great personality, if you get what I mean, sort of situations. But regardless, really, really proud of Ella. She was excellent, and it was one of the few times where I felt like I've gone around a test and been relaxed. Hopefully that's reflected in the scores. We shall see. But either way, really, really pleased with the little mare. She's a little firecracker. So starting off the packing up experience, it's over already, but I'm doing my utmost to take as least amount of trips as possible. So I've got the 2 massage pads on the shoulder, got the saddle, the numbner, the bridle, the boot bag, the grooming kit, the wheelbarrow. So I'm going to see what else I can fit on there and just take it all back around to the lorry. I'm here at the National Academy Camp 1 with Hannah James. Hannah, you have been in charge of literally everything this weekend. So first of all, I want to thank you for such an amazing weekend.
That's okay.
So let's start off with, what is the difference between the National Academy and the Foundation Academy?
So the National Academy is our Sport England funded development programme for under 25s. So the Foundation Academy is part of our selection process towards the National Academy. Obviously that's kind of a big step in the development pathway. But then those kind of 12 riders from the Foundation Academy who demonstrate the most commitment, the trainability, the performance and everything that makes you part of a Foundation Academy athlete, and they're, you know, really invested in their development, get taken forward to our National Academy, and that's kind of where we are today.
It's really nice to see a programme that's dedicated not just towards who's doing the best right now, but actually towards progression, who's making the most effort.
Yeah, so the aim of our National Academy is to try and develop those riders who demonstrate the potential to be successful in the future. So whether that is within the competition arena or as the next generation of coaches who are supporting the other riders coming through, anything that's kind of going to keep you going in the sport, basically.
Sorry, carrying on. And if somebody is aspiring to be on the National Academy, how do they go about to be within their best chance of being selected?
So the first step towards selection is getting onto the Foundation Academy. So in order to do that, you need to get your squad assessment in, get out competing and getting your competition scores, and completing the necessary part of your horse care certificates as well. And then our applications for Foundation Academies this year open on the 1st of May. And you can find all the criteria online.
Fabulous. So 1st of May, get that in your diaries, guys, and I'll be seeing you at the Foundation Academy, hopefully, if I get selected. Thank you, and thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm here at the National Academy with Anne Keane, who has been having such a busy time today. You've been judging out in the sunshine?
It's been a gorgeous day and I've seen some lovely horses and some good riding out there, and lots of different tests, and we're just looking at how they can get few more marks.
How we can squeeze a few more marks in there. And so not only have we been judged by you today, but we've also had this amazing feedback session. So how have those been going on, and how important is that to the National Academy?
I think it helps. It seems to help because it's useful to look back at the video and look at the test sheet at the same time and discuss what happened and what the rider was thinking at the time and how things can be even better than they were. So,
well, I can't tell you how invaluable I've just found it, because going through those scores and looking at where I've dropped so many marks, thank you so much for that.
You did some good things as well, though.
Oh, good, good.
Focus on the good things too.
Yes, and that is a very important thing. Did you also send out Pippa to ask like 2 good things and 1 bad thing?
Yes, because you dressage riders, you like to come out the arena and say, oh, I didn't do this and this went wrong and this went wrong. So my philosophy is that when you go out and you cool your horse down, you should be thinking of 2 or 3 things that went well that you were pleased about, and then maybe something you wish you'd done a little bit differently. Focus on the positives.
Absolutely. Did you get any results from that little?
Yeah, I've got some really interesting ones. Yeah.
Are you sharing them with us yet? Keeping them close to your chest?
But you know, it's just sometimes you just need to tease these things out to the riders because they can be very hard on themselves.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Anne. And I'm going to go home, hug this sheet with its 8s. No, thank you so much. It's been so useful.
Good. Lovely to see you.
So I finished my judge feedback session with Anne Keane. Oh my gosh, it was so good to really talk it through with the judge that has just judged your test with the video in front of you as well. I threw away so many silly marks. So Ella and I scored, first of all, Ella and I scored 67.83. Considering the last time we were on the Foundation Academy, we scored like 63. We have made so much progress in 3 months on that same test. So I am so pleased and so proud of my little mare. We are seeing progress and we're getting somewhere. I'm over the moon. But if I sort out those halts, I'm halting way too briefly. I need to show immobility. Alana, I'm not Grand Prix. We need to halt. And I also need to make sure those simple changes. I saw those simple changes, those halts were on for 70%, and Anne actually agreed. So, need to get that sorted out. We're back here in a month. So hopefully I'll get that sorted. I'll be doing, I think, advanced medium 6 when we come back next time, because that is the championship test and it's the week before nationals. So it'd be really good to go through that. And yeah, so I've had an absolutely amazing weekend. It has been so good. I have learned so much. So now it is time to get Ella back home and she can have a sleep in her own bed tonight. Okay guys, so it is actually the day after, and Ella is nice. She's got a bit of mud on her because she's been out in the field all day with the boys having a wonderful time, and she's gonna have a chill for the next couple days because it's been a really hard weekend for her. But as I've said multiple times throughout this video, I am so proud of her. She worked her socks off this weekend. She's been absolutely amazing. So the pair of us are having a night off tonight. The boys are having a night off whether they like it or not. And yeah, so I super hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. I know I've really enjoyed making it for you, bringing you along with me for the weekend for our first camp at the British Dressage National Academy. Can't wait for the next camp in a month's time. Hopefully I'll be bringing you guys with me again. But until then, from me and Ella and all the boys, it is goodbye.